Welcome to CityWise. I'm your host, Tiana Stevens. CityWise is produced by the City of Rochester to shine a spotlight on city living at its best. Well, our community is known for its creativity, ingenuity, and entrepreneurship, and the Department of Recreation and Youth Services is helping to create the next generation of business owners and leaders. Joining us today is Cecilia Johnson, Senior Recreation Assistant, and Jeff Reese, Senior Instructor for the Biz Kids program. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Jeff, what is Biz Kids?
Biz Kids is a youth entrepreneurship program put on by a recreation department. I know it might seem a little strange for a rec department to do something like entrepreneurship other than sports and arts and crafts and fitness activities like that. But Rochester is one of the only recreation departments in the country to have a youth entrepreneurship program teaching young people how to start their own businesses. And it's just a wonderful opportunity. We do it in the form of camps throughout the year, and it is definitely one of the flagship programs of our department.
For sure. Now, Cecilia, what is the history of Biz Kids? How long has it been going for?
Yeah, it's been started, I believe, was in 1998. So now it's 2015. So we've had thousands of kids that have gone through our camps and graduated from our camps. And I mean, the main focus, what we also want to do is instill this entrepreneurial mindset. So with Rochester being one of the city's most concentrated areas of poverty, it's a really great opportunity for our kids to learn how they can, make money on their own and succeed further into their careers. So.
Sure, and you start pretty young, 10 years old.
Yeah, we started at 10 years old, and I think it's a great thing because every time we have a judge, we get different people, entrepreneurs from the community, professors from different universities of Rochester, RIT, that come down and judge. And every adult that we have always says, I wish that I had this opportunity when I was a child to learn about entrepreneurship, because it may have changed what they decided to do in their careers kind of thing. So I think that a 10-year-old, it may sound young, but it's a great way to expose them to the concepts of entrepreneurship. And the very interesting thing about our program is that over the last couple summers, some of our youngest participants won. Oh, wow. So that goes to show you that age doesn't necessarily mean one way or the other kind of thing. So it's very interesting to see. I think that sometimes small people are, like, you look at a kid and you underestimate them, then they come out and they perform during their presentation, and they knock it out of the park, and people are like, whoa, they get underestimated. So it's a very, I think it's a great way to start and get kids kind of learning to speak and do that kind of thing, get a voice for themselves. That's
fun. Now who can participate in Biz Kids?
Really anyone. The age range is 10 to 18 years old. So we welcome any kids, and it is free for city residents.
Okay, so you have to live in the city.
Yeah.
All right.
You can still attend the camps if you're a non-city resident. Okay. So it's only $60 if you're a non-city resident, which is a pretty good deal. Yes. So you get the business supplies that you need to start your own business. So we really gear the camps so that you can be at camp for a week and then be ready to start your business when you leave.
So walk us through the camp. What happens on day one when the kids get in?
So we run our camps. We run the high school age camps during February break and April recess. So this is how it happens. The parents sign their kids up. It's a break week. You're talking about 13 to 18-year-olds. So we get there on Monday, and you walk in. The body language is all stiff, coats on, long faces, looking like, this is my break, and my parents have actually signed me up for this program. I'm not going to like it. They come in, that's their first impression of our program. They come in, there's food on the table, there's donuts, bagels. Nobody's touched it because they're just so angry about having to do something during their off week. And this particular camp, I recorded, I was like, let me get my phone out and look at you guys, because they just looked miserable, right? And so I always say by lunchtime, they realize that it's a different program. We have so much fun. I think that one of the things we have to remember, we're a recreation program. We're not a school per se. So we try to make sure that we work hard, play hard, and have fun. So we start, those kids are pretty stiff and uptight. Once they realize that everything we do is based on interactive activities, and that it's a lot different than their school setting. We take a lot of breaks. work hard, play hard kind of mantra, they realize that it's a lot of fun. And so by the first day, by lunchtime, they're hooked. And we sell them with the thought of being in a business competition. Is what it is. We have cash prizes and awards that are on the line at the end of the week, and what we want to do is we want to instill in them the idea. You kind of you will get what if you put a lot in, you will get a lot out of the program.
Sure.
If you come in and have that kind of half attitude, don't look at me on Friday like, how come I didn't win? Or how come I didn't get first place or second place or this award or that award kind of thing. And it's really, really interesting to see them, see the kind of the wheels click in their head, and they're like, oh, I understand now. And they really want to be involved and are really self-motivated at that point.
You really pack a lot of activities into 1 week. And so on that first day, what happens on the first day? They learn about the competition, and then do they come up with an idea? How do they get to that point?
Well, I mean, the first day, really what we want to start making them feel comfortable, and that also goes into some business skills. So one of the first things we do is talk about making a good first impression. And even before that, actually, we have the kids introduce themselves by standing up, and we call it the name game. So they actually stand up, say their name, and then they have to think of an adjective or a word that starts with the first letter of their name. And something like that, just standing up in the crowd, so a lot of these kids might, had never have done that, but it's just very uncomfortable for them, and for a lot of people, public speaking is difficult. So right off the bat, I mean, that's one of the skills that we focus on and prepare them for when they're going to be up there on Friday alone giving a presentation. And so really the first day, we just try to get everyone to know each other, but also we're still implementing those goals, so it's gearing them up for the rest of the week. Yeah. And
what happens in between Monday and Friday?
So what happens is we gradually build up, again, by doing different interactive activities. We build up to our business plan competition, which is on the Friday of the camp. And so a lot of times they don't even know some of the activities we're doing are actually building towards that. So we are constantly kind of reminding them, and we ask them, like, some people are very reluctant to be in front of the group speaking. So we'll say, all right, so you like to play basketball. So when you started, you were as good as Jordan when the first time you went on the basketball court. No, I had to practice. That's the key word. We give them the practice, and we practice public speaking. We practice speaking with our hands. We practice making eye contact. We do live activities that help with those things like that, and it makes a big difference. And then by Wednesday, one of the coolest parts of the camp is we actually go down to City Hall and sell hot chocolate or lemonade if it's the summertime. And we tell them, you will learn more doing that activity than any of the teaching that we do, because you are doing a live business and you're working with a team sometimes of 10 to 15 kids on your team, and learning how to kind of be a leader, know your role, know your responsibility, and how to market a business to get as many folks to come down and buy hot chocolate or lemonade on that Wednesday. And it's always a lot of fun seeing that kind of thing, because like anyone knows, working in the group can be difficult at times, and also being in business, not everyone says yes. I mean, some people may be downtown, may not be in the best mood, and we teach them how to stay professional and not let that get in the way, and kind of go forward with it.
Right, and you never know, your customer might be the mayor.
Exactly, right. You don't know who you're going to be talking to. So
it's very important that they treat everyone the same. I mean, we've done this, we've been downtown since 2004 or 2005, and we tell them, like, you may look at someone, you can't really treat people different by the way they look or how they act. I remember one occasion where there was a person that kind of, one of the kids made a comment like, oh, he looks like he doesn't have any money, or something like that. So the person walks by, and the girl kind of dismissed him because of what he was wearing. And another student came up to the person, and the person ended up giving him a $20 tip. And it was a very valuable lesson, teaching people don't look at people that way. Treat everyone the same. When you're in business, it's very important that you treat people with respect, no matter what you may think they look like, or any judgment and that kind of thing. And that was a very valuable lesson for one of our students that summer.
Now, do you rely on other community resources or business leaders to come in and talk to the kids?
Yeah, definitely. And actually, one of our big partners is with the Consumer Credit Counseling Services. So one of our other senior instructors Chad Rieflin. He is also one of the instructors during the week. And we do have different guest speakers that will come in. And most recently, we had someone come in to do a presentation about first impressions. We also rely on volunteers to be our panelists on Friday. So we'll invite different people in the community, business owners, or we even had RIT scholar come and help with the presentations as well.
Yeah, no, we have a great deal of great partnerships and a great. You mentioned in the open a history of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship in our community, and we've been absolutely blessed with a lot of collaboration with the University of Rochester, with RIT. There's been students from all the local colleges that have been involved, including at the professor level and the staffs coming down doing that kind of thing. We reach out to local businesses. At the last camp, we had a lady who has a business that teaches etiquette, and I'll tell you, it was one of the more powerful messages coming from, we do our first impressions. She comes in and does an hour on etiquette and what words you use and how to speak, how to be a young man, how to be a young lady. And so throughout the entire week at camp, I always told them, I was like, did I just hear you say that funny? Because I will call Miss Cynthia and she will, just telling them how important it is with how you speak and, pronouncing your words correctly and, doing things like that.
Sure.
And so we've been really blessed and lucky to have a lot of different parts of our community become directly involved in our program.
Now, Cecilia, finally, how can a parent find out more information about BizKids?
Yeah, well, I mean, a great resource is the website. So if you just go to cityofrochester.gov/bizkids, also just giving us a call is a great way to learn more about it. And if you're ever interested in having us come and talk to a group, we are always I'm happy to go and talk to your organization, or I know recently different neighborhood centers, so that's also something that we could do as well.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. And again, to learn more about BizKids, we've got that website on your screen. It's cityofrochester.gov/bizkids with a Z, or you can call 311 to be connected with the Department of Recreation.